It looked like Caitlin Clark has reacted to Temi Fagbenle being traded to the Golden State Valkyries in the WNBA expansion draft.
Did you hear the big news? Temi Fagbenle of the Indiana Fever is joining the Golden State Valkyries in a surprising expansion draft move. Now, Caitlin Clark is speaking out about Tam's departure, and her words are making waves in the league. What's happening with the Fever? Could this be a game-changing moment for Indiana basketball?
I am genuinely shocked. And I mean that. Genuinely shocked that Temi Fagbenle was not protected by the Indiana Fever.
Temi Fagbenle, who played for the Minnesota Lynx from 2017 to 2019, returned to the WNBA in 2024 with the Indiana Fever after a 5-year break. She had a great season, averaging 6.4 points, 4.7 rebounds, and shooting 50.9% across 22 games.
Just trying to keep this high energy for myself as well as my team. Stay positive, stay optimistic.
Her highlight came during the Fever's first win of the season against the LA Sparks, where she scored a career-high 17 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. Everything was going well until the WNBA expansion draft changed things. With a new team, the Golden State Valkyries, the Fever had to make tough decisions, and Tam's future with them was uncertain.
Fagbenle lays it in!
Imagine it's draft day in the WNBA. Everyone's waiting for the Indiana Fever to announce their pick of Caitlin Clark, the top prospect. The team looks strong with Clark and Temi Fagbenle. But then, Tam's name is called by the Golden State Valkyries.
Select center, Temi Fagbenle.
The Fever just let go of their key defensive player, and fans are freaking out on social media.
She was their best defender. She was a runner. Teams stopped going for offensive rebounds because they were scared of Temi Fagbenle out rim running their center.
Inside the Fever's war room, things are tense. GM Kelly Krosov is facing a tough decision. On one hand, there's Temi, a fan favorite and key defender. On the other, the salary cap is tight after investing in other players like Satu Sabali. Tough calls are being made.
There are teams that will have quote-unquote untradeable contracts, and by getting rid of Temi, it probably allows you to take on one of them who's a player that's better than Temi. The problem with Temi is you're probably going to have to pay her like she's a starter and she's going to be a bench player. And you don't have the luxury of doing that. Because if you want to keep Kelsey Mitchell and offer her to Supermax, and you want to bring in a Satu, you have to get rid of her.
As the clock ticks down, Krosov and her team are scrambling to make the numbers work, but it's impossible. Sadly, Krosov decides they can't protect Tam due to financial limits. It's a tough loss for both the team and the city.
Kept Temi, then they would have had to match whatever she was offered. And I think Temi's going to get offered 150, 160k for 1 year. We can't forget these are all 1 year contracts. And if they commit to Temi Fagbenle, you're giving up 3/4 of a match.
The fallout is immediate. Fans are questioning Krosov's decision, but this isn't just about one team. It highlights a bigger issue in the WNBA. Teams are forced to make hard choices and lose talented players because of salary cap restrictions.
It was gone. I stand by this, and this seems to be the prevailing reason, is that they could not afford her.
But the story isn't over. Krosov remains calm and hints she has a plan. How will she fill the gap left by Tam? And what does this mean for Caitlin Clark's rookie season?
The team comes first, and like the long-term prospects of the team matters more than anything else. And I don't know if I think Temi maybe long-term might not have been the best fit. As much as I really wanted Temi to.
There are rumors of secret moves behind the scenes. Krosov's reputation is on the line, but if anyone can turn this around, it's her. This trade might be the start of a bigger change in the league. What's next? The Indiana Fever updates their fans on
Temi Fagbenle has been selected by the Golden State Valkyries in the 2025 WNBA expansion. Thank you, Temi.
Caitlin Clark shared her thoughts on social media, saying she'll miss Temi.
Clark is definitely letting it be known she is going to miss Temi in that locker room, but it was clear that Caitlin Clark and Fagbenle have built a strong bond with each other as the season progressed, which was displayed by their on-court chemistry and the kinship they showed when the game clock was running.
Clark's Instagram post had fans talking. Experts tried to read between the lines, but the real message was the strong emotional connection between Clark and Tam, going beyond just being teammates.
When it comes to Temi, is that she was the leader of this team. She was 100% the leader of this team. And obviously Caitlin Clark's comment here, love you, Tem, gonna miss.
Behind the scenes, things were even more intense. There were late-night calls and emotional team meetings. Clark's private conversations showed just how close she was to Tam, who had been her mentor when Clark first joined the Fever.
It's thousands upon thousands of comments, pretty much the fans going off about them letting Temi go. And like I stated yesterday, man, it was a shock in itself that to me, they had let her leave.
But wait, there's more. We're hearing whispers of something big happening behind the scenes. What's Krosov planning, and how does Clark fit in? The Fever season just got a lot more interesting. Temi's goodbye video will have everyone in tears. She says something that leaves fans shocked.
First starting game at the start of the year. But like, I'm not joking when I say this. She was better than Aaliyah Boston up to that point. It's not a knock on Aaliyah Boston. Aaliyah Boston started off the season not to her standard, but Temi was better.
Let's rewind a bit. Temi's journey with the Fever has been amazing. She came in as an international player and became a fan favorite, averaging 6.4 points and 4.7 rebounds per game, with a crazy 50% shooting accuracy. She wasn't just a player, she was the heart of the team.
Thank you for a great season at Indiana. To my teammates, we had a season of revelations and growth. So proud of all of y'all for preserving. Thank you for lifting me and each other up the noise. Keep going together. Thank you for the consistent energy, Indy fans. Y'all are solid. Very grateful. Very blessed. Thank you, Tim.
But here's where it gets interesting. Temi posts a farewell video on Instagram. She starts by thanking her teammates and fans, but then drops a huge surprise.
Was the vet of this team. Temi was the player. Temi and Erica Wheeler were the leaders of this team. And to lose one of them, especially, and to potentially lose both of them, you are really trusting the leadership of Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston.
Is it just me, or is there more to this story? How are her teammates taking it? Lexi Hall, one of her former teammates, said, "Going to miss you, Temi. It's clear Tam was much more than just a player. She was a leader and a friend."
Fagbenle. Like, I am genuinely shocked. And I mean that. Genuinely shocked that Temi Fagbenle was not protected by the Indiana Fever.
While the Fever are dealing with this loss, the Golden State Valkyries are celebrating. They've gained a veteran player, but they've also stirred up strong emotions across the league. Just when you think Tam's video is over, she drops a bombshell about how she